What a crazy few weeks it's been for SoFi. After hitting a new all-time high last week, the stock has plummeted about 20% to just $26. It feels like only yesterday that I was calling this stock out as a huge opportunity at only $6, just like I called out Palantir at 20, APLD and SoundHound when they were just penny stocks, and Nvidia earlier this year at just $100. But what is going on at SoFi right now? In today's video, I will look at what's coming next for SoFi, why Wall Street analysts are saying one thing but doing something else altogether. I will look at the latest news and how SoFi can continue momentum into 2026. If you're a SoFi investor, then you need to watch this, so stick around until the end. Now we've got a lot to get through in this video, so I will try to keep this intro short, but if you find any value in this, can I ask you to smash the like button? It takes a lot of time to make these videos, but it literally takes 2 seconds and costs nothing to smash the like button, and it helps the channel out so much. I'm aiming to get 500 likes on this video. Help me hit that goal. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new content like this. I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. Now let's get straight into it. So SoFi is a fintech that offers a range of lending and wealth management services. The company primarily caters to early stage professionals and offers variable and fixed rate, parent, personal, and MBA loans, mortgage refinancing, and more. They create modern financial products and services that help people borrow, save, spend, invest, and protect their money better so they can achieve financial independence and realize their ambitions, which could be owning a home or saving for retirement, paying off their student debt, and much more. So SoFi is a fintech company that is positioning itself as a one-stop shop for all your personal finances. Looking at the charts, we can see that SoFi has been very volatile over the past 3 months, but right now SoFi is sitting at a critical level. If we look back to August and early September, today's price was proving to be a level of strong resistance, after having a huge run of more than 200% since April. But ever since then, this level has proven to be a key support level, having been tested in September, October, and November so far, and each time the stock has hit this level, it has rallied between 10 and 25%, hitting new all-time highs 3 weeks ago and again last week. But SoFi stock has plummeted since last week, dropping about 20% from its new all-time high. But ask yourself, has anything seriously affected SoFi in the past 7 days to materially justify a 20% drop? The MACD and RSI indicators are looking very bullish right now, with the stock dropping right down to oversold levels. Let me know in the comments if this drop makes sense to you. Will it drop more or will it bounce up from here just like it did 4 previous times over the past 2 months? Now, analyst opinions are always something that I look at on this channel, but as usual with SoFi, the analyst opinions don't seem to add up. So let's take a look at what the professionals are saying and also take a look at what they are actually doing. Looking at MarketBeat, we can see that SoFi stock is covered by 23 Wall Street analysts who have given the stock a consensus price target of $25. There's 3 sell ratings, 12 hold ratings, and 8 buy ratings, with price targets ranging from as low as 12 up to as high as 38. And interestingly, 2 of the highest targets, 38 and 31, have been set in the past couple of weeks. In fact, most of these recent price targets are set above the current price, but the average is being dragged down by the likes of Bank of America, who rated SoFi at $12 11 months ago, JMP Securities, who set $17 back in July, and KBW, who have set a $20 target 3 weeks ago. SoFi has proved them all very wrong over the past year. Remember that KBW were saying that SoFi would go as low as $6 just a few months ago, but instead it ran to new all-time highs. Now, while a lot of these institutions are supposedly neutral on SoFi, there is an insane amount of buying going on. JP Morgan here, for instance, has a neutral position as of last month. But when we look at Fintel, we can see that institutional ownership has increased significantly recently to new record highs. While all these hold ratings are being published, according to Fintel, institutional ownership is up about 80 to 90% over the past 2 years. There has been significant buying from the likes of BlackRock, Vanguard, and Good Capital Management in recent weeks, And even JP Morgan, who had rated this stock as a hold, have recently increased their position by more than 880%. On November 7th, they filed a 13F disclosing ownership of more than 46.7 million shares, up from just 4.7 million in August. That does not look like a neutral stance on this stock. We have seen this story so many times over the past 18 months. Wall Street goes bearish on SoFi, and then when the disclosures come around, there has been massive buying going on. What do you think of this? Are we being played by Wall Street? They say one thing and then they go and do something completely different. Drop a comment and let me know your thoughts. Are they trying to drive the price down to acquire cheaper shares, or is it something else? Let me know what you think. In the most recent news, Stark Australia has secured a major contract with SoFi. The partnership will see Stark's technology powering deposit functionalities for SoFi's 12.6 million members. The agreement, which may be extended beyond the initial term, is anticipated to accelerate revenue growth starting in December 2025, with significant impacts expected in the third quarter of 25-26 financial year. This is a 3-year contract between the companies. Last week, SoFi announced the launch of SoFi Crypto, becoming the first and only nationally chartered bank where consumers can bank, borrow, invest, and now buy, sell, and hold crypto. With CEO Anthony Noto stating that today marks a pivotal moment when banking meets crypto in one app and driven by our core mission to help our members get their money right. I believe in blockchain technology will fundamentally change every way finance is done throughout the world by making money movement faster, cheaper, and safer, while opening new ways for people to borrow better, invest better, spend and save better. As the first and only nationally chartered bank to launch crypto trading to consumers, we are uniquely positioned to drive this innovation and set a new standard built on security, stability, and transparency. As it says here, SoFi Crypto launches at a time when interest in digital assets is at an all-time high, with ownership doubling in 2025. But the timing of this was simply just bad luck, as crypto has been plummeting in recent weeks, with Bitcoin dropping more than 22% in the past few weeks and hitting its lowest price since April. Now, this is a really great article. This fintech stock had an incredible 2025. Can its run continue into 2026? Of course, this is all about SoFi. SoFi Technology boasts prolific growth and over 12.6 million members. Now, this year, investors have acknowledged the company's success. Shares have soared more than 80% since January. But can SoFi stock sustain its momentum into next year? So let's take a look at this. SoFi's strong business performance has fueled the stock's dramatic rise. The company's user base has rapidly expanded, growing from just over 1 million members in early 2020 to over 12.6 million as of the third quarter of this year. And there is still ongoing momentum. SoFi's revenue and profits have surged along with its user growth, making SoFi one of the world's fastest growing fintech companies. There is room to grow for SoFi's student loan business, which was the most significant part of its business before the student loan freeze. Barring a dramatic regulatory overhaul such as mass loan forgiveness, there is a good chance more borrowers will seek out SoFi and other private lenders as the government continues to push borrowers back into repayment schedules. Student loan originations grew 58% year over year in the third quarter, and investors could see that growth continue for a while. Everything looks great for SoFi, but after the incredible gains over the past year, the stock may struggle to repeat its performance next year. SoFi's tangible book value has surged to over $7.1 billion, up significantly from just a year ago and more than double its book value from 2 years prior. But given the stock has surged so much now too, it now trades at a price to book value ratio of almost 4.7, which is a hefty premium to most banks, even if deservedly so given how fast SoFi is growing. Thinking ahead to 2026, SoFi's investment upside likely depends on the company sustaining or even improving on that growth. It seems doubtful there's enough room for it to easily match its 2025 gains again next year. Now, what's interesting here is that the stock is currently trading around $26. Yet that is with extreme growth over the past year, but it is just around the same price that it had reached after going public in 2021. Given that the momentum is not slowing down, in fact, SoFi is growing faster than ever, then I see no reason for SoFi to not increase more over the next 12 months. Yes, it might not gain 300% like it did from September 2024 up to this month, but it could certainly go much higher than this. Remember that Anthony Noto is targeting SoFi valuation of $1 trillion. It's currently just $31 billion. That is a 30x target. He is targeting huge increases in revenue and EPS too. And let's not forget that Anthony Noto stands to gain incredible performance bonuses should the stock reach $35 and $45 in 2026. So I think that SoFi's run can keep going and that this dip is a good opportunity. But that is just my opinion. What do you think? Remember that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. If you enjoyed the content, then like and subscribe. Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next